How's it going, everyone? Mask here, back with some Eve echoes, and today we're going to be talking about bookmarks, basically going through how they work. It's a brand new feature in the game, and some really cool things you can do with them, and really take advantage of them to make your gameplay better. So I've set myself up three. Kind of can't really see the menu behind me here, but I've set myself up 3 bookmarks already. How it works is you just simply open the menu and hit Save Current Location. If I pop myself out of the way real quick, you can see it here. If I hit Save Current Location, I can hit Confirm. This is now a warp point to my exact location in space, which I can edit and name this is the gate. So I'm currently at the gate. Now I can warp to this spot at the gate, which can be very useful, but we'll talk about that more later. Now, bookmarks. I'm going to go over some of the more obvious uses. This is an alternative to having to completely annoyingly spam your inventory full of and just leave stuff everywhere in your inventory under personal assets in order to be able to use that to get yourself over to a new station. Now you can set yourself bookmarks at said station in order to just autopilot there and dock. However, a little annoying tidbit here. If I'm currently in this station, if I hit Save Current Location and save this station as this bookmark right now, it will only take me up to the station and not dock me. I would almost call that a bug at the moment. But if you're in a station and you set that current location in space, as you can see here, I now hit Set Destination and Autopilot. It's going to go, and it's not going to dock me. It actually only brings me to this exact spot in space. That's why my ship's just turning around right now. I'm like 0 kilometers out. I should be docking at this station. Yeah, I'm 0 kilometers. I should be docking, but this bookmark actually only flies my ship up to the station. In order to create a bookmark that will actually dock you at the station, you have to click on it on your menu on the right side and hit Save Location like this. Now this is actually going to create, I can pop my camera out of the way so you can see, now that we've created this bookmark that actually has the name of the station on it because we use the right bar, set as destination, and hit dock. And it's going to immediately dock us because we were already within 0 kilometers. So when you're setting your bookmarks at to actually dock you in a station, make sure you're in the system and pull it off the right bar in order to do so. But this is one of the more obvious uses for bookmarks. But let's talk about some ways that bookmarks can seriously improve how you play the game. Now, the use I am most interested in for bookmarks that I'm probably going to use the most is in bookmarking mining belts and basically revolutionizing ore hauling. So here I am in Asteroid Belt 2 right now. I'm going to go ahead and pop a bookmark, save current location. It's going to, boom, there it is right there. There is no ores left in this belt, and there's a bunch of boxes. I've been jettisoning the ore. If we look at loot, we have 16 loot boxes of ore ready. This is a huge problem you get into right now with any mining op. You have to keep someone on grid to stop the belt from despawning, or you're going to lose all the boxes. Well, I can warp away. And when I warp away, because there's no ores or there's no asteroids left in Asteroid Belt 2 here, it will despawn. So as you can see, the second I warped away, that asteroid belt has disappeared. It's no longer here. It was number 2. And after I land here, we're going to use our bookmark, and it's going to bring us right back. Now, I don't know if I was standing on top of the jettisoned hands, but if I was, this would actually warp me right back on top of it. So I set as destination and go. The other cool thing is this now becomes a completely unreachable pocket in space as well after we warp to it, which is sort of the next thing I'm going to show about cool ways to use bookmarks. And we should land back in where the belt used to be. And here's the cargo containers populating on the right side of the screen here now. And we still have all 16 containers. So now miners can mine out a belt, and the haulers can come in and continue to haul, and the miners can just move on to the next belt and never have to worry about it. This makes it much more efficient for solo mining and hauling combination, or for overall actual just mining ops with tons and tons of people. Now, the next very useful trick with bookmarks is creating a deep space pocket in any system in virtually no time at all. So here we are at our mining belt, which is a great place to start because mining belts aren't a fixed location in the first place. I suppose a mining belt could spawn in the same place twice. Sure, but it's a fantastic place to start, and the one that I would suggest just to make the most efficient, unreachable deep space pocket. We're going to pick a fairly far away destination from here, just to travel long distance. So I'm going to warp to planet X here, planet 10. Now, what you want to do is drop a new bookmark halfway between this mining belt and planet 10. So once we get up to speed here, it's in our speedy Gonzalez retriever here. We know it's 20 astronomical units away, which is fine. So I can let us get up to speed. We'll get up to about 3 units. 1, 3, 6, 9. Going to hit confirm here and let it spawn. There's our new spot. Always like to rename them. Don't waste the time typing the name in because you really need to get this down. But this is going to be Deep Space Pocket 1. You can really put some time or put some length into the names and get wordy, which is fantastic. So I now have a deep space pocket in ZA9-PY, which is fantastic. I can autopilot to that from any system, and I just go through the gate and immediately disappear into my deep space pocket. Now what we want to do is test out that deep space pocket. We're going to turn around and head back to it. So here we are, burning up to this deep space pocket that we've made, and we're going to take a quick look at it and see just how or rate the quality of this dead space pocket. It'll be really nice. And this is also with these bookmarks now give you a lot more options for placing things in your space pocket easily without having to spend a ton of time burning. So if we zoom all the way out here and just look at the celestials on the map, we're 6, 8, 8, 9. We're 10 astronomical units away from every single celestial on the entire map. We just hit all here. We scroll through. I am 10 astronaut from the jump gate, from everything, from anomalies, you name it. I'm almost 10 astronomical units away from it. We have now created ourselves an absolute deep space pocket in this system. But technically, if that mining belt spawned in exactly the same spot and they warped to planet 10, they'll be able to catch a blimp of you on the heads-up display and be able to find you. So what the last step to get a truly unreachable deep space pocket in a system is starting from a deep space pocket, which nobody is going to possibly be able to recreate. You now pick another very far away point and warp to it. So now then you're going to create a second warp point between a dead space pocket, a deep space pocket, and a celestial, and that one you can rely on whenever you want as an absolutely undetectable, safe deep space pocket. So let's pick something super far away here. I usually like mining belts because they're even more rare spawn-wise. So we'll warp out to cluster 4 here, and we're gonna grab one more deep space pocket. When to be honest, I don't actually want to move too far because this is such a distant pocket. So I'm gonna save this location fairly quickly. Second we get up to AU warp speed, I'm just going to drop it right away. Here we go. Save. Done. Boom. So it should be... we might have actually gotten a decent travel there. We'll have to see. But always name these as well because I found there isn't a logical way that they populate. Mining boxes, with my first trial, the new ones were going on top. The old ones were underneath. It just... there was no super logic to it. But we'll edit this to be Deep Space Pocket 2. And because you're saving these two, there's no... it doesn't matter. It's okay if you kind of like click it too early or click it too late and you feel like you're too close. But we'll set a destination to Deep Space Pocket 2 and just evaluate it again. When we land there, you just look, how far away am I from everything? And you've created an extremely annoying deep space pocket that can be abused in just so many ways. Camping systems, being absolutely obnoxiously annoying in hostile environments where you get in there and you just go to this deep space pocket. You could literally be there forever and nobody is gonna find you. So we're burning up on Deep Space Pocket 2 here. I did drop it very early, which is great. And it did grab that spot extremely early. So we're kind of like 0.5 astronomical units offset from our first deep space pocket, and all that does is create an absolute untouchable spot now. Even if that mining belt that we mined out perfectly recreates itself in space and someone goes to it and warps to planet 10, you've now offset yourself from that line and you won't be found. So this is how to make a deep space pocket I've shown you how to really abuse mining, or to use it, not abuse, but use it to really enforce how well you can run mining missions. And the last real good use I just kind of want to point out for bookmarks is kind of setting up scouting locations. You can use bookmarks just to, really all they are is a way for you to get to a specific spot in space really efficiently and save it to come back there later. So for example, if there's a gate camp, you know there's a gate camp in a system, if you go to said gate, burn off it like 300, 400, 500, I mean even burn off at 900 kilometers, and and it helps if you're in like a covert ops ship as well, you can set a bookmark where that gate camp is. If it's a gate camp that you will enter the system, for example, if you're going from high sec to low sec, those gate camps happen on the, going from null sec to low sec, those gate camps happen on the null sec side of low sec. So you know you're coming from null sec and you set a bookmark. So here we are landing at this gate. Let's imagine it's a low sec gate. I burn off 500 kilometers this way. I can bookmark myself. It'll warp me to that 500 kilometer point off, and you have warped and dodged the gate camp. You're now, if you know that's where there's always going to be a gate camp, you can reliably map yourself and land that 500 to 1,000 off the gate camp. So you know when you get in system, you're not going to warp in a straight line that gets you caught, because they know how, if you're warping through, you're dead. And then when you land, whether or not there's a gate camp or not, or if it's a kind of a messy one and you're in a covert ops ship, you can sneak your way in there and get through the gate, no problem. Now, obviously, your ability to make use of these bookmarks is only limited by your imagination, but I can only imagine what a stealth team with very tactically placed bookmarks can do and have an effect on actual warfare in this game. If you have a bunch of stealth pilots, not to mention the corporation tab of the bookmarks as well, so your corporation can do this exact same process and set a bookmark accessible corp wide. And there is a setting in your corporation that will just enable that, when enabled, said people with that permission can perform the save current location as a corp bookmark. So this bookmark now, save current location, personal corporation. So you can actually click it so it'll set as both. We've now made this new location as a personal and a corporation bookmark. Dodging gate camps, setting up really annoying deep space pockets, and really revolutionizing ore hauling. Those are just 3 ways that I plan on using bookmarks, but if you have any other suggestions too, definitely let me know in the comments down below. And that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for checking this out. There's lots more to come. I'm really having a blast with this game and enjoying getting back into making videos. But hopefully I see you again soon. But until then, smash that subscribe button and stay classy.